Okay, welcome back. This is the second lesson of solving equations that we're looking at. And I want to build on what we've done in the previous lesson. Okay, so I've got 4 questions, 3 of which you haven't seen before, 1 of which is based on what we did last lesson, just to remind you, okay? So on this one, okay, what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to solve this. I'm going to figure out what A is. Okay, this is what we were doing last lesson. So something plus 1 equals 5. Straight away, we know that A equals 4. Okay, now what I'm going to do in this question, and this is going to be the key to every other bit, okay, is I'm going to take this plus 1, I'm going to take it to the other side, okay, so it's going to be minus 1. Now the rule is, if it's, whatever it's doing on one side, it does the opposite on the other side, okay, so here, that plus 1 is an add. On the other side, it's a take away. So we have A equals 5 minus 1. So A equals 4. Okay, so what I've done, I've taken that plus 1 to the other side, which makes it a minus 1. And then 5 minus 1 is 4. And our answer at the start was 4. Okay, now we're going to take it a step further. Okay, so what we're going to do, the only difference here, okay, is that 2 there. Okay, that's the only difference between that one and that one there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we can do exactly the same thing. We're going to move this plus 1 to the other side so that we can get the letter on its own. Okay, so I said to you, whatever it is on one side, it's the opposite on the other. So we're going to have 2A equals 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1, as we already know, is 4. So we have 2A equals 4. Now we don't want to know what 2A is, we want to know what A is. This here means 2 times A. Okay, now 2 times A is the same as A times 2. So what I'm going to do, here we minus 1. Here we're going to divide by 2. Okay, if there's a times there, it's a divide on the other side. So what we're going to have is A equals 4 divided by 2. So A equals 2. Now if we substitute that answer back into the original question, okay, 2 times 2 is 4, add 1 makes 5. So our answer is correct. Okay, so have a look at this one now. This one's slightly different. Okay, it's got a minus sign there. Just like we did here, okay, we took the non-letter bit. Okay, we're going to leave the letter alone to start with, don't touch it. The only bit you can work with is the number there. So I'm going to take this minus 6 and put it on the other side. Now, if it's a minus this side, what's it going to be on the other side? Okay, it's going to be plus 6. Okay, so we've got 3b, which we haven't touched, equals 12 plus 6. Okay? So 3b equals 18, because 12 plus 6 is 18. Now, what we're going to do, okay, here we had 2a, we divided by 2. Here we've got 3b, so what we're going to do is divide by 3. Okay, so b equals 6. And when I say divide by 3, you're dividing both sides. You can't just do one side on its own. It must be both sides. This last one, have a go on your own. Put the video on pause and have a go at it on your own. Okay, if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. Only you're going to know about it. Okay, and I want to see what answer you come out with, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this minus 9, I'm going to add it on to the other side. Why am I going to add it on to the other side? Okay, it's a minus there, which makes it a plus on the other side. So 7b equals 61 plus 9. Okay, 61 plus 9 is 70. Okay, what's the next step going to be then? Okay, I have to add 9 here. Okay, what was my next step going to be? My next step is going to be to divide by 7. Why am I dividing by 7? Okay, I'm dividing by 7 because this side is times by 7. On the other side, it's divided by 7. So we're going to do b equals 10. Okay, so key bits to note. First step on this, on a question like this, is to move the number, not the letter. You want to get the letter on its own. Okay? When you take it to the other side, it does the opposite. And then you need to find what one of that letter is. Okay? I'm going to give you a worksheet to go along with this as well. So if you've got any questions, you need to let me know. Otherwise,